Hey guys, so when I placed my last Colourpop order, I got the things that I showed you in yesterday's video, but I also got the Smoke Show eyeshadow palette and the Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette. I got a lipstick too, a liquid lipstick and liner, and still have yet to use that. Um, but I thought that I would do like a first impressions thing with this today because the Smoke Show palette I've used I think 3 times now and I absolutely love it. But I haven't used this yet, so I thought I would do it live on camera with you. So I've done my makeup with the exception of my eyes, but everything else is done. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, um, the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Primer and Concealer are unbelievable. Maybe the best primer and concealer I've ever used. And what I do is after I'm done blending underneath my eyes, I take whatever's left on the brush and I go over the entire eye area and I'm using it like as an eyeshadow primer. And I've used multiple different brands of eyeshadows over it and everything performs beautifully over it. So yeah, I think I'm done buying eyeshadow primers. And I think that the powder is very nice and the foundation is very nice, but this concealer is amazing, really amazing. But today we're going to be using this Going Coconuts palette. So I've been really enjoying these small palettes lately. Um, I've been between these and the ones that I got from Shop Miss A and the one I got from Jeffree Star because I got the mini controversy palette. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of small palettes and I really have been enjoying them so much more than a big palette because you don't have to think about it as much. When you get a big palette, you look at it and you look at all the colors and you're thinking, oh, geez, where do I even start? So I kind of like this, and let me know in the comment section what you prefer. I've really been loving these small palettes, and I think I want to just keep getting small palettes. But here is Going Coconuts. So that's what it looks like. So this one up in the corner called Shredded, this one right here, is like a shimmery off-white cream color. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm just going to grab, it doesn't even really matter what brush you use for your highlighters. So this is just a NYX number 13 brush. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit of that as my brow bone highlight. You cannot go wrong with Colourpop eyeshadows. You know, the price point is fantastic. And I don't ever remember getting a Colourpop eyeshadow that I didn't like. So the quality is there. The selection, I mean, they come out with something new every single week. So you can't beat selection. I don't care what it is that you're looking for. They've got it. They have lots of different finishes because they have the cream Super Shock shadows that are usually quite glittery, but they also have matte ones. And then they have the powder eyeshadows. You can buy the singles. I made myself a singles palette, and these pre-made palettes are really great. I mean, you just can't go wrong. I stopped buying from Colourpop for a while because I was just I don't know, getting into other things, I guess. But now that I'm getting back into it after not having bought any Colourpop recently, I'm wondering why I strayed away from this brand because it's so good. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is take one of these mattes. So this is a matte right here that's called Coolada. And then there's another matte right here called Lovely Bunch. And then there's another one called Shell Yeah. And there's this one is called Nutty. So I want to try to use as many shadows as I can today out of this palette without it looking too crazy. So I'm just going to go into like a medium matte shade. So Lovely Bunch is sort of on the warm side. And I'm just going to go in there with this MAC 224 Fluffy Blending Brush. And it's kicking up some powder. So you just want to be careful how much you dip your brush into it. I just want to go lightly because I want to try more than one of the matte shades so I can just kind of get a feel for this palette. Pretty. Okay, so up in the corner here is Coolata, so that's more of a cool toned medium brown. So I want to use some of that too. So we're mixing tones here, which, you know, you can do, especially with browns. Because if you mix a warm with a cool, you can end up with a neutral brown in the end. And this one is also kicking up a lot of powder, so be very careful when you put your brush in there. I really like those two tones mixed together. Okay, now what I forgot to do was bring it down onto the outside part of the lid for some dimensions. So I'm just going to dip my brush into both shades and then dust the outside part of my lid. Didn't do that in yesterday's look that I had on because it was like a foiled silver. So I just did the foiled silver all over the whole lid with nothing underneath it. Okay, so wow, that kicked up. Can you see that up above the shadow there? It kicked up a lot. Kicked up a lot of powder. I didn't want that powder to go into the other shades. All right, now I'm gonna grab a different brush. This is a MAC 217 blending brush. And I want to go into this Shell Yeah, which is a super warm medium brown shade. And just very gently touch that with my brush. Just take like that much. And I'm going to go like deeper into the crease. It's a blending brush, but it's not as thick as the other one was. So I'm just going to go right deep in the crease. Very nice. So these shadows are all blending together very nicely. Some brands you can't do that because the more shades you use, the more they get muddy. And that is not happening with these. They're all blending very nicely together. Very nice. Okay, I'm just going to take a tiny bit more. Just get that corner there. I noticed that when I do my eyes, I always have one eye that the shadow doesn't want to seem to adhere as much to the skin on this eye for some reason. But over here it's fine. I don't know. Strange. Okay. So that leaves us with the shimmery shades and the super dark shade. I don't think I'm going to use that today. I've noticed that when I use the darkest shade in a palette, because my skin is so fair, it's not very flattering. So I think I'm going to stop doing that because I usually will drag the darkest shade along the lower lash line, but yeah, it just doesn't look good. So the shimmery shades are, well, except for the shimmery highlight shade that I already used, but these other shades are quite glittery. Except for this one. This one is like a bronzy brown, and it has some shimmer in it, but not a lot. But these three are super, super glittery. And I did some swatches earlier, and this one is quite chunky. And so I don't think that that would lay flat on the eye if you were doing that like on your lids. And then that leaves us with this one and this one. This one is pretty, but it's dark enough that I don't think it would be as flattering on me as this rose gold copper type shade would be. And what I've been noticing is that when you have something that's super glittery like that, you absolutely use a brush. And if I was going to use a brush, I normally go for my MAC 239 shader brush, but I feel like you get more even application and it presses into the skin and stays better if you just use your finger with glittery shades. So I'm going to go right into Cocoa Crush. And that's what it looks like against my very pink skin. And I'm just going to press this right onto the lid. Oh God, that's gorgeous. And it's adhering very nicely, not getting any fallout. Oh God, that's beautiful. Well done, Colourpop. Oh great, the furnace is going to come on, so it's going to get really loud. I normally close the door in this room for that reason. And through the magic of editing, I just close the door because once that furnace comes on, it's loud. Okay, so we'll just took some more product and am doing the other eye. Oh my God, this color is so beautiful. All right, now I went up just a little bit too high there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that brush that I used for my brow bone highlight, just dust it off on my hand, and just try to blend right over that area that I just went too high with. And that way the glitter clings to the brush and sort of like fixing my mistake. Oh my God, that is so pretty the way the light catches it. Okay, so I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9 shades to do this look. And let me put on some liner, and I might do false lashes today. Maybe not sure yet, but let me do liner, lashes, mascara, something, and come back and show you what it looks like after that. So I just did a winged liner, and I was gonna put my lashes on. I can't get this jar open. This is a brand new set of lashes with the magnetic eyeliner. And I had another jar that was already open. I went through everywhere and I cannot find the jar that I was using. So I've got this brand new one and I can't get it open. Yeah, I've already tried several times. Usually, now if my husband was home, I'd be like, "Honey, can you open this?" And he would open it like it was nothing. But yeah, I can't get this open, so I'm gonna have to use mascara. But I don't know what happened to my other jar though. I already had a jar because I really don't want to open this new one because I have one open. So I'm going to take one more look and see if I can find that other one, and if not, I'm going to have to use mascara. So I did find that other jar, but unfortunately it's dried up. I tried to use it anyway. I tried to like dig deep down into the jar, but the lashes won't stick because this is dried up. So I tried to open the new jar again, and I still can't get it open. So gonna have to use mascara. Alright, so that is the finished look, and I never would have done this big giant liquid winged liner if I had known that I wasn't going to be able to put the lashes on top, because now it looks like I don't have any lashes because the eyeliner is overwhelming it. I mean, I have mascara on, but you'll only be able to see that if I look straight up. So you saw it before I put the liner and mascara on, and I really, really love this palette. I don't know which one I like better, this or the Smoke Show. They're both really great, but the color story is obviously one is gray, one is brown. So it's just, you know, your personal preference. But these are all so nice. I mean, I used all of them except for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I used 5 out of 9, so that's pretty good. But love this, definitely recommend it. And thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.